Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Music Den. I'm your host Armando Venditti. Hope you guys are having a great afternoon. In this video, I wanted to tackle the band Santana. More specifically, I wanted to tackle my top three Santana instrumentals. Now, just a bit of a background. Santana were formed in 1966 in San Francisco. They made their debut at Woodstock in 1969 on August 16th, 1969 to be precise. Thanks to Bill Graham. He saw great potential in the band. He was quite excited about the band and wanted to showcase them at Woodstock. They happened to perform just days before their debut album came out on Sony Music, CBS Columbia, back in the day. They have a myriad of albums, just a collection of albums that too many to count. So I wanted to narrow it down to three instrumentals that I think are simply fantastic. So coming in at number three, from an album that Carlos Santana released in 1987 as a solo artist. The album is called Blues for Salvador. The song is called Bella. This song, when I first heard it, actually, I discovered this track at the same time that I discovered Pat Metheny. Go figure. Bella is a track, clocks in excuse me, at 4 minutes and change, like 4 minutes, 30 seconds. It is a very mid-paced track, very keyboard oriented. If you listen to the album as a whole, the album does, in my opinion, suffer from what is now known as 80s production, programmed drums, electric drums. Thank God this track does not have any of those affectations or hindrances. It's a mid-paced piece of music. The keyboards basically carry the track along. It's a very beautiful, very emotional piece of music. The guitar playing on this track is very understated. Carlos has a very distinctive guitar style and a guitar tone. And anyone that knows Carlos Santana, even if it's a new song that comes on the radio, just from the guitar tone, you would say, that's a Santana track. He has a style on this track that it isn't finger picking, but when you hear it, to me, it sounds like he's finger picking on the track. He's not using a plectrum. That's what it sounds like, but he is using a plectrum. It's a very beautiful, emotional piece of music. You can just imagine you're sitting outside on a nice summer evening. You've got the stereo on in the living room. The music is coming through the window out into the night, and it's a nice warm breeze that's coming over you. That's what this song feels like, a nice warm breeze that washes over you head to toe, and you are just immersed in this beautiful track. And he does not, quote unquote, shred until about a minute 30 before the track ends, where he comes in with a thick guitar tone and a bit more of a heavier style of playing. But it doesn't overpower the guitar that he plays at the end, does not overpower the keyboards or the percussion that is used on this track. It is a very, again, beautiful track, very emotional, very somber. And it takes you away on a journey. That's what Carlos Santana does for me with his guitar playing. He takes me on a journey, much like David Gilmour, but more of a rhythmic style. You're on a ride, and you do not care where you end up. You just know that when you get there, you're going to be better for it, and you're going to enjoy the ride. It's not about with Carlos Santana's playing, it's not about the destination. It's about getting to the destination. So that's number 3. Coming in at number 2 is a track from Santana's debut album, released August 23rd, I believe, 1969. They did this track live at Woodstock. It is called Soul Sacrifice. Now, in this lineup of the band, you had Greg Raleigh on Hammond organ, maracas, sort of percussion, and vocals. Michael Shreve on drums. Michael Carabello on percussion. David Brown on bass. Carlos Santana on lead guitar. And Jose Aredes on additional percussion. The track Soul Sacrifice on the album clocks in at 6 minutes and change, just roughly under 7 minutes. It is rhythmic. It is pulsating. It is, dare I say, ass shaking, very percussion heavy, very rhythmic. You are dancing, you are moving around. What I love about this track is each musician takes a solo and they go off on a solo that on the respective instruments that, again, you're off and running. You are dancing, you are moving, you are lost in what they're doing. And what I like about this track is Carlos Santana lets each musician stretch and move and breathe and bring their own contributions to this piece of music. It doesn't sound like he's telling them, okay, this is what I want you to play. Stay within this parameter. Don't extend. Don't do any soloing that you're not supposed to. Just do what is on the sheet. No, he lets them run and go with it and have a good time. And he's basically telling you, whenever we get to our destination, we'll get there. Let's just have fun doing this. And when you see the Woodstock performance, this track clocks in at 11 minutes and change. And what I like too is when Michael Shreve takes a solo on this track, he shines. He is just gone. Okay. And there's a point where he just comes to a very slow, a gradual stop, and then the band kick in again with the track. It is beautiful. It is beautiful that you can have a piece of music like Soul Sacrifice and Bella, and you can lose yourself within that 6 minutes or however long it is. Okay. And again, I was going to say, Carlos Santana, when he plays a note, when he does a line on a piece of music, it's almost like he's losing control of the guitar. Like he's doing a solo, he's playing a guitar line, and it's like he's losing control of what he's doing. And he's on the edge of losing everything. And then he just reins it back in and just plays the crap out of a solo, that is unbelievable. That's number 2. Coming in at number 1 is a track from an album that came out in 1976. The album is Amigos. The track is Europa. Earth's cry, heaven's smile. This, to me, is by far, in my very humble opinion, the best instrumental that Santana has ever put out. I first heard this song and this album when I was 6 years old. My family and I were visiting friends of the family for dinner. And I remember my sister Anna carrying me into the living room where the daughter of this family, Carmela, was playing this album. And my sister Anna asked her, "Who is this group?" And she answered, "Santana." This is the album. She showed Anna the cover, and this song, Europa, was playing. The guitar tone, the melody on the guitar that is played, it is breathtaking. It is beautiful. It is emotional. It is, I can't even, I'm losing my train of thought here because I'm trying to come up with a descriptive word for you. It is a beautiful piece of music. He is able to play a note and hold a note and bend a note to his will. Okay. He is in complete control of the music in this track. He plays with such finesse and such attack at the same time. When you see him play, like, or sorry, let me rephrase that. When you hear this track and you hear his tone and the solos that he does on this track, you can just imagine that he is on stage and he's in the moment and he's playing this song, this guitar line, and his eyes are closed and he is just lost in the moment and he's letting the music come through him. There are very few guitarists that have that way of playing. Brian May, and I'm not saying that because I'm a Queen fan. Slash from Guns N' Roses, Carlos Santana. The guitar is almost an extension of who they are. It's like a third limb to them. It's like they live through their guitar and their guitar playing. That is what you hear when you hear this song. And it starts off very slow. Europa starts off very slow. A beautiful ballad. And he has different guitar tones, different textures. And then near the end of the track, it goes into more of a rhythmic section. And he just goes to town on that guitar. He doesn't shred. Well, I think he doesn't shred. Maybe if you guys are watching and you know differently, please leave a comment below. But he's in control of every bit of that guitar solo that he does. And he does at least two that I can decipher. But for me, this is a song that I always go back to. If anyone ever asks me, what is your favorite Santana track? It's not anything from Supernatural. I mean, he went through his, I want to be relevant. I want to be, up on the charts. He went through that phase with Arista. Nothing from Supernatural. This song for me is the quintessential Santana track. So that is my list. Number three is Bella from Blues for Salvador. Sorry. Number two, So Sacrifice from the debut. And number one, Europa, Earth's Cry, Heaven's Smile from Amigos. So please leave your comments down below. What do you think of Carlos Santana? Do you like him? Do you think he's overrated? Do you think he's underappreciated? Do you like his Supernatural period? Do you not like the Supernatural period? What are your thoughts on these tracks? Please let me know, again, down below, down there. And again, click like and hit the notification bell and subscribe. And with the notification bell, once you hit it, it will keep you on top of any new content that I've got coming up. I will be doing a video with Ryan Gavalier on Friday for the Misguided or Misunderstood segment that I do. And we're going to be covering, yes, their 1987 release, Big Generator. I've already made my opinions of that. I would just got to make my notes. And I knew I was going to, I didn't think I was going to do a top 3 Bowie albums for the 80s or 90s, but I think I'm going to be doing that. And for the 2000s. So those videos are going to be coming up soon. But for now, I will bid you adieu. And we will see you very soon. Please look after yourselves and one another. And we will talk to you very soon. Bye for now.